Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing another favorites video. This will be December favorites, I guess, because I think I already did like a winter favorites, or maybe it was a fall favorites. I don't know, but I did a favorites pretty recently. I just posted my what I got for Christmas video. I did that this morning, but now it's nighttime. I feel like a new person today. Like I mean I got home last night, but today I fully like unpacked and we opened presents last night, but I kind of like got into my presents and I don't know, like do you guys ever feel that if you get presents on like a holiday or a birthday and you just feel like a new person? Is that like the most like consumerist thing I've ever said? It's just the truth. My hands are so dry right now. But let's get into my favorites currently, okay? I've been working on this list for a little bit. I don't want to go too crazy. Some of these I actually don't even remember like fully the context of, but I'm going to try to just kind of do it off the dome and not think too much. So we'll start off with my first favorite, which is kitchen TV. So we've had a little TV in our kitchen for forever. I mean, it was here before I got here, so my boyfriend's like always had the kitchen TV, but we don't really use it that much. And then, oh my god, I keep smacking my lips. I need to stop doing that. But my boyfriend turned it on a couple weeks ago, and it's almost like I remembered that it existed just by him turning it on. And from that point, I was like, I always thought that having a TV in the kitchen was so cool. I remember one of my friends in school had one that her parents would watch TV in the kitchen, and I just love that. And I don't know why I never used the TV kitchen, or the kitchen TV. And it's just a tiny little TV. It's like the size of an iPad. It's smaller than the size of an iPad. But you can watch, you know, I don't, it's not connected to the cable, but it's connected to whatever like the digital version of the non-cable TV is, if that makes sense. Like whatever TV channels are still available. I know it's all digital. Okay, I'm going to call back to a time in my life. If you don't have cable, or if you didn't grow up with cable, I remember when they changed from like the antenna TV to like a digital, and it was so dark. It was a dark time because we didn't know what was going to happen to our TV. And so it was a really scary time. I think it turned out fine, but that just made me think of that. I remember the commercials that would play on TV of like, starting in 2007, we're gonna change from antenna to digital or whatever. I don't remember, but I do remember being scared. Like, what's gonna happen to my PBS? What's gonna happen to my, what channels did I have? I think we had TNT, we had TBS, we had obviously all the network TV channels, like ABC, all that. What was the channel? There was a channel that I watched a lot that I'm forgetting the name of. It used to always play Seinfeld at night, and then in the daytime it would play like, what was that? Fear Factor and stuff like that. But anyways, TV in the kitchen. That's my first favorite. Second is, sorry, I just kind of belched. Okay. The Salt and Stone deodorant. in Santal. Let me see. Salt and Stone, Santal, and Vetiver. It's kind of ooey gooey right now. I will say I don't like how easy it is for the deodorant to get onto the edges. It is kind of messy. And I've already cleaned it a few times and it just gets messy really quickly. I'm so careful about my application and it still just gets everywhere. And it is a little grainy. And now I'm just like, do I like this? But no, I do like it. Because it smells really good and it actually, sometimes I feel like I don't even need perfume. Because I can just smell this on me and it does smell really good. And it is long lasting. So I'm definitely a fan. It's one of those things that I almost wish I didn't try it. Because now I feel like I can't go back to normal deodorant. And I don't want to spend $20 on deodorant every time. But I don't know. I'm really upping my scent game right now. And maybe it is worth it to really like your deodorant. I mean, it's something you have to wear every day. And you might as well get a kind that you really like. Sometimes I feel like we're like resident. What am I trying to say? Reticent. Oh my God. To like spend money on things that we use every day that there are cheaper alternatives to. And I guess I do get in the sense like I don't want to have to keep spending a lot more money on something that I have to use a lot and go through a lot. But also on the other hand, it's like if I am going to be using this every day, why wouldn't I want to get a better version of it that I actually enjoy every day, you know? So we'll see if I keep buying this. Obviously, there's going to be times in my life that I'm just going to have to go pick up the cheap version, and that's fine. But when I have the money, I'm going to get the $20 deodorant that I really like. So that's that. Okay, next is 2 videos. This is not in like normally I have them in categories, but right now there's not really that many, so I didn't put them in categories. But these are videos, and they're kind of both on the theme of community, and I didn't write down the videos here, but I do remember the videos. The first video was about this small town that has this diner, and every customer that comes in a lot, like all the regular customers, have their own mug with their name on it. I'm gonna link these below. And it's just the cutest thing ever. Like you come in and they have your mug. Some of them have little like pictures on them to signify like something about that person. It was just a really sweet story that I saw. It's an old like news footage video. And then the second one was about the making of Training Day. And it was about how this kid that was on, so like when they filmed Training Day, they used a lot of the local people in the movie, like a lot of non-actors. And there was a kid in the movie that ended up like 20 years later being in another one of, was it Denzel Washington? It was like another one of his movies, I think. You're gonna have to look at the video because again, it's been like a month since I saw this video, but I just thought it was really sweet. And both of the videos are kind of like really oriented in how important and like enriching it is to just be like aware of the people around you and your community. And it's just something I've been thinking about a lot. And I probably talked about it. I honestly feel like some of the other videos I've had in my favorites in the past have been revolved around that. So it's definitely something that I really, when I see a video like that, I'm just like, it's so heartwarming, and it just it goes to like how important that is and how lacking we are in like community oriented, I don't know, like we've lost that, and it's really sad, and it has done so much damage to us as people, as individuals, because we're lacking something that is so important to like the survival of humanity. Honestly, if I want to get deep with this, like we really do need each other. I'm not gonna like fully, I could keep talking about this forever, so I'm just gonna stop there, but I will have the videos linked. Okay, moving on. Crock-pot. I actually haven't used the crock-pot yet, but I did buy a crock-pot for Christmas for my boyfriend, kind of as like a home, as like a both of us gift. But I figured it would be like good for him as a gift because I will be cooking a majority of the meals in the crock-pot. So it's kind of like the gift that keeps on giving. And tomorrow we're gonna make like a stew. I was gonna make a cabbage soup because I like to make that. You know, it's the holidays. We've been eating really heavy, and I just need something a little lighter, and like I'm not gonna go on one of those like cabbage soup diet things, but I will have that and I will be eating it. But we're gonna put chicken in it, and we're gonna just make like a chicken cabbage stew. So I'm gonna use that tomorrow. And if it ends up being a disaster, we'll just like, I'll leave a comment saying the crock pot is not my favorite. But I think it will be, and I'm really excited for it. Okay, we have 2 clothing items. The first one is my Uniqlo sweater. I showed that in another vlog recently. It is a V-neck, like gray sweater that I really love. I took it with me to Florida. Got a lot of wear out of it. It's super comfortable. It's not scratchy. And I've been needing a new sweater. And so I think I got it for like $14, which is crazy. It was on like a major sale. But yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite new items in clothing I've gotten. And then my second clothing favorite is this shirt from LA Apparel. I put it in my what I got for Christmas video, but I wasn't wearing it, so this is what it looks like. It fits me perfectly. I got an extra large. I didn't know whether to get the large or the extra large, but with LA Apparel, I always skew larger. So I got extra large and it was perfect. So yeah, my last 2 items are things that have like the greater than sign. So they're gonna be X is greater than Y. So this is what they're gonna be. My first is cable over streaming. Kind of goes into the TV thing. I'm trying to watch more cable and just have it on. We don't have cable in the bedroom, but we're gonna put cable in the bedroom, and that's gonna be a major game changer for me of, again, just like not having so many choices and everything catered to like, what do you want to watch exactly? And actually we're gonna put it in an algorithm, so you just click on the app and we're actually gonna tell you exactly what you should watch, but we're gonna make you think like you're given all these choices, and in fact you are given all these choices, and it's too much, and it's gonna leave you feeling paralyzed. I don't need that. I want to just put on the TV and see that like CSI is playing and put it on and have it on in the background. You know what I mean? It's just an ease, and I'm yearning for a simpler time lately. And so yeah, I'm so grateful that we have cable. A lot of people don't have cable, and I understand why, but I love cable. And I was just thinking like, I can't believe I have cable. Like, I love cable. I love cable television. And I already mentioned that we did have cable a couple times growing up, but for the majority of my childhood, we did not have cable. And every time we would get cable, it was like the best day of my life. And the last time was when I was moving out. Like, I was in my last year of high school or something. We got cable, and we got like the giant package that had everything. It had IFC, it had Viceland. Do you guys remember Viceland? It's still on. I think it's run by Spike Jonze. We had like all these amazing channels, all the like extra HBO and the Showtime. We had all those channels, and I would just DVR everything. And it was so, I had never felt more powerful in my life. So yeah, I'm just trying to get more into cable and also watching movies on cable. I love that. Okay. My last one is again a This Is Better Than That, and it is Ecosia over Google, which I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on YouTube, but I'm just gonna say it anyways. I'm trying not to use Google. I resent the fact that when I type something into Google, it just gives me an AI answer as the first thing, and then I have to like scroll through and find something that was made by a human, and it's just exhausting and draining, and I hate it. And I was looking up ways to try to get out of these like automatic AI things. Like, how do I protect myself from AI? Because it's so invasive and it's so insidious. And essentially they were like, you can't. But I do have Ecosia. It's actually like the main search engine. When I type something into my browser, it'll just go to Ecosia. And honestly, for a long time, I would type something in, it would go to Ecosia, and then I was like, no, I want Google. So then I would type Google in and then use Google. And I'm trying, I'm not perfect. I still am using Google, but I'm really trying to actively not use Google. Also with Ecosia, I'm pretty sure that they like plant trees. I don't know the exact details on that, so I'm not gonna like talk on it really. But I do think it's like a lot more ethically, it's a lot more ethical than using Google for, you know, searching things. Okay, that is my favorites. Thank you for watching. Yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Like I said in my last video, I have a lot of videos that I'm excited to do. Oh, I have one more favorite. I wasn't maybe gonna mention it because I kind of wanted to talk about it in another video, but I'll just say really quick. Let me grab it. Oh my god, my feet are asleep. Okay. Whew. Okay, my entire like legs are asleep right now. Magazines. We're really on a theme right now of going back to a simpler, more analog time. And the other day at the airport, I bought the GQ Man of the Year edition. I read through this entire thing, front to back. Wait, maybe I didn't read this. I did not read this, okay? This last page, I didn't read that, so I have something to look forward to. This had a bunch of different Man of the Years. So we had SZA. I read the SZA one. There's a few that I didn't read, but I'll come back to. I read the Seth Rogen one. I read the Walton Goggins one. I did not read the Stephen Colbert one, so I can read that. I loved the SZA one. I was honestly like underlining things because there's just some really good stuff in here. And on that note, when I was reading them, I was like, you know what? I should get a magazine subscription. It's something that I've wanted to do for a while, but I haven't done. So I finally bit the bullet and I got a year subscription to Interview magazine. It was, I think it was like half off. It was 40 something dollars instead of like the $78 that it is. So I'm really excited. There's 6 issues. That is a little, I wish it was monthly and not bi-monthly, but that's okay. The interview magazines, I think they do have a lot. And sometimes I read them on their website, but it'll be really awesome to have a physical copy of these magazines. So I'm very excited for those to come. I don't know, maybe like February or something. I don't know when the first one comes. But yeah, I'm excited to read more magazines this year. And yeah, that's all I have. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.